Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking all about radishes and how to start them indoors from seed. Now, radishes are hardy vegetables grown for their crisp, colorful, and peppery roots. They can be started multiple times in a season, which is called succession planting, and in this case, you can start new seeds every 2 weeks. Radishes are one of the quickest and easiest vegetables you can grow, and they're usually ready to harvest within 21 to 28 days. Radishes can be planted in both the spring and the fall as long as the temperatures are below 70 degrees Fahrenheit. After that, when the temperatures are too high, radishes tend to bolt and you'll get more leafy growth on top as opposed to the root vegetable grown underneath in the soil. Now you can sow your radish seeds directly outside in your garden 4 to 6 weeks before your last frost date for spring gardening. However, we're going to be starting our seeds indoors today to get a jump on the season. Typically, radishes don't like to have their roots tampered with, so I'm going to show you a couple different ways that you can start your seeds indoors to have a successful radish growing season. The first way is by planting your radish seeds in cardboard pots like this. That way you don't have to disturb the roots when you go to transplant them outside in your garden, because these will break down in your soil. So you can plant your radishes, pot and all, right in the soil. These are also great because the water will soak up from the outside, which means that they won't get waterlogged, potentially rotting your roots. The other great way to plant your radish seeds is in these peat pellets. These are great because you can gently tear away the netting on the outside and plant the whole pod right in your soil. This is what we're going to be using to start our radish seeds today. Now, as you can see here, when you buy them from the store, they're dry and compact. So first we need to hydrate them so that the soil is nice and moist for planting our seeds. How we do that is by using warm water and pouring them right into your pots, and those peat pellets will soak up the water and expand with it. I like to use warm water because it allows the peat pellets to expand just a little bit quicker. This can take anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes to expand, so just have a little bit of patience and then we'll be ready to plant our seeds. Now, as you can see here, the pellets are starting to expand. When they're small and compact, they're very hard, but you'll know when they're fully expanded and ready for seed planting when they're nice and large and soft. Now, there's two sizes of peat pellets, small and large. These are the larger size peat pellets. They're about 3 inches tall. Okay, our peat pellets have expanded and they're fully saturated. It took about 20-25 minutes for them to fully expand, and now we're ready to plant our seeds. The first thing you want to do is make sure you drain out any excess water that's left sitting in the bottom, and then you want to take the netting on the top of your peat pellets and just lightly pull it apart so that you have the top of your peat pellets exposed and that they're easy to work with. Once you do that, we're ready to plant our seeds. I'm going to do a mixture of seeds in these peat pellets, and I'm not necessarily going to label each one because I know that they're all radishes, and it'll just be a surprise for me which ones they are when I go to harvest them. I'm going to start with the gourmet blend. This is the variety of colors. They're round little radishes. The seeds are nice and round, small, but easy to work with. So we're just going to plant 2 seeds per cell, and once they start growing and are about 1 inch or 2 tall, we'll thin them down to just 1 seed per cell. So I'm going to start by dropping the seeds on top of the pellets. And the reason why I'm planting 2 seeds is to ensure that we get a good germination rate and we don't waste any of the peat pellets. I'm going to move on to the French breakfast. Dropping the seeds right on top. And the last radish that we're going to plant is the champion radish. We're going to put these seeds in the last few peat cells. Next, I'm just gonna you can take a stick or a pencil, and we're just gonna poke them down into the soil and cover them lightly. Now at this point, your peat pellets should be nice and moist, and the soil on top of your peat pellets should be a nice dark rich brown. And that's it, our seeds are planted. Now, once these radishes get planted outside, radishes prefer and really thrive in at least 6 hours of sun a day. So make sure that you plant them in a nice sunny spot. They do really well in containers because the soil is nice and light and fluffy. But you can also plant them in your in-ground gardens or raised bed gardens as well. When it comes to watering these, you want to make sure that your soil stays moist, that they don't dry out too much. They like moist soil, but you don't want them waterlogged because you might end up rotting the roots, which might kill them off. All that's left is to put them under grow lights so that they can start growing. Now, I don't have any room left on my grow light shelf right now, so I'm going to be using a grow light box. I'm simply going to take this entire tray and place it right down in the bottom of the grow light box. And the lid has a grow light bulb attached to it so that the light can be nice and close to your plants for germinating. We're going to place the lid right on top, leaving gaps on either side so that air can flow through, and plug it into the bar down below. And that's it, our seeds are planted. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to this video if you found it helpful, and share it with your friends so that they can learn too. I'll see you in the next one. Bye friends!